Welcome back to the deep dive, everyone. Today, we've got some pretty interesting entertainment news floating around. Something that, really makes you think about Hollywood families and legacies. We're zeroing in on the sequel everyone's talking about, Happy Gilmore 2, and specifically this really intriguing bit of casting news that just dropped. So, our mission today really is to unpack what it means that Adam Sandler's own daughters are stepping into like major roles in this film. We want to explore, what this signals for the movie, for the Sandler family sort of brand, I guess, and how they're trying to mix that nostalgia we all love with something, well, fresh and family focused. Let's jump in.
Yeah, it's fascinating, right? Because it's not just that Sadie and Sonny Sandler are in Happy Gilmore 2, which is heading to Netflix, by the way. It's the kind of roles they apparently have.
Yeah.
The reports suggest these aren't, walk-on parts or little cameos. These sound pretty central. Sonny's apparently playing Happy's daughter, Vienna, and Sadie, she's playing an undercover agent, Charlotte. I mean, that suggests a real shift, doesn't it? In how Adam Sandler is weaving his family into his big projects.
That's exactly it. That's what caught my eye too when I saw Happy Gilmore has a daughter named Vienna. I mean, that immediately feels like, okay, direct generational thing happening here. And Sadie as an undercover agent, that sounds like, I don't know, a whole new vibe for the story. It's definitely not just a little nod. It feels like it could really shape the plot. And people are calling these their biggest roles yet, which I think says a lot about what's expected, right?
Absolutely. It feels very intentional. It's not just, oh, let's put the kids in the movie. This looks more like a strategic thing.
Yeah.
And you see this sometimes, established stars kind of using their family's involvement. It helps bridge generations with the audience. It gives the IP, the intellectual property, a sort of multi-generational appeal.
Yeah.
When you look at the bigger picture, it feels less like simple nepotism, maybe, and more like a clever way to extend the brand, keep things going. And Sandler himself, he's apparently really proud of their work. Plus, you had Julie Bowen. Remember her from the first one? She was praising his parenting on set, which suggests a good atmosphere there.
That makes sense. I mean, his family has popped up in his movies before, quite a bit actually, but usually smaller bits, right? More like fun cameos. So if this is like a step up, what does that signal for the whole Sandler family brand idea? Is he consciously trying to build this kind of cinematic legacy that goes beyond just him?
I think it absolutely points that way. Yeah. Giving them these kinds of significant roles, it really suggests a plan, a way to sort of cultivate their own public personas, but within his world.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not a connected universe like Marvel, it's still the Happy Madison universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
That whole body of work.
Yeah.
It could help transition audience loyalty over time.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings that authentic family dynamic right onto the screen, which could be quite appealing. It's definitely a way to refresh things, keep that specific Sandler-esque comedy and maybe heart going.
Okay, so one side is, yeah, it's a nice family thing, good business move maybe. But Happy Gilmore, I mean, that movie is so specifically 90s, right? It's humor, it's whole vibe. So how does someone like Kyle Newacek, the director, balance that nostalgia everyone loves, with this totally new family-centric angle without, maybe ticking off the original fans? That seems like a tricky balancing act.
Oh, absolutely. That's the core creative challenge, isn't it? The film's going to live or die based on how well they weave Vienna, the daughter, into that world we remember. Her character could be a great source for new comedy, maybe new emotional stuff, too. It lets Happy, maybe grow up a little or react to new things. And Sadie's character, the agent, that could bring in completely fresh plot ideas, maybe action. That works for today's audience. But it still needs to feel like Happy Gilmore, right? That zany, unpredictable energy. It kind of touches on that whole Hollywood debate too, doesn't it? Established names versus new talent, access, opportunity, that whole thing. The trick is making it feel organic, not forced, keeping the spirit alive while adding something new.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's more than just a sequel then. It sounds like Happy Gilmore 2 is shaping up to be this interesting test case for how these big beloved franchises try to evolve. So let's recap what we've got. Adam Sandler's daughters, Sadie and Sonny, they're not just in the movie, they've got really key roles. Sonny is Happy's daughter, Vienna. Sadie is an undercover agent, Charlotte.
Their biggest role so far.
Exactly. And it feels like more than just having family on set. It seems quite strategic. Evolving the Sandler brand, trying to connect with different generations through the Happy Gilmore name.
Right. And with Kyle Newacek directing, the goal seems pretty clear. Mix that old school nostalgia with a genuinely new, family-driven story moving way beyond just cameos.
Yeah, integrating them right into the narrative fabric. So, thinking about this really significant fresh family twist in Happy Gilmore 2, it leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What do you think this signals for the future, for other beloved film franchises out there, and just the whole evolving landscape of Hollywood legacies? Something to chew on.